I've about had it with these people. And let me tell you why. We got one candidate that says that we ought to abolish Medicaid and Medicare. You ever heard of anything so crazy as that? We got one person saying we ought to have a 10% flat tax that'll drive up the deficit in this country by trillions of dollars that my daughters will spend the rest of their lives having to pay off. You know, what I say to them is, why don't we have no taxes? Just get rid of them all, and then a chicken in every pot on top of it.
All right, well, Jared Bernstein is an MSNBC contributor as well as a senior fellow at the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities. Carrie Sheffield is a political economy contributor for Forbes. Gang, it's good to have you here. And Carrie, let me start with you. Hearing from Ohio's governor there, kind of funny about no taxes. However, he did sign on to Grover Norquist's anti-tax pledge just recently. But talk about the fireworks we can expect tonight over cash.
I think that we're going to see Kasich really coming out with the guns blazing. I think it'll be really interesting to watch. He's really got to do something because he's just a blip in the polls right now, so he's got to make a name for himself. I also think we might see some pushback between Chris Christie and Mike Huckabee, as we saw in the first debate, when it comes to reforming Social Security. That could be an issue. We could see some fireworks over minimum wage because, for example, Mitt Romney has endorsed increasing the minimum wage, so some Republicans do back it. Others say, hey, wait a second, that actually ends up hurting minority workers. So it'll be an interesting exchange.
All right, so Jared, let me talk to you about Dr. Ben Carson, because we have the New York Times calling his latest health care policy new and more confusing. This is while Health Insurance Magazine, or Health Insurance Industry Magazine, says this. Dr. Carson has a health care reform proposal that's a reminder of why business and investment advisors long have made fun of physicians because they are experts in medical matters. Doctors tend to think they are experts in everything, end quote. So Carson is a skilled neurosurgeon, but do you think he's prepped and prepared to handle complicated questions about his plans for Medicare and health insurance?
Clearly not so far. If you want neurosurgery, he's your guy. If you want a budget that's going to actually work in the real world, he's not. As far as we can tell, he did initially, as Kasich suggested, suggest getting rid of Medicare and Medicaid, and I suspect one of his aides told him, sir, that's really unpopular. And so then he came back and said something about keeping them in the system, but giving people something like $2,000 a year for them to shop for health care. Well, right now, the typical American spends something like $10,000 a year on health care, including premiums and out-of-pocket. And if you're an older person, of course, it's multiples of that. So he has been fraught with really unrealistic ideas. On taxes, it's even worse. He did talk about a 10% tax rate across the board. Well, low-income people don't pay federal income taxes. They pay other taxes. That'd be a massive increase on low-income people and a massive decrease on the wealthy.
Wasn't there also talk with that $2,000 a year, and Carrie, maybe you heard this, the fact that you could redistribute between family members? You could take from your wife or your husband, and you could take it into your account if you wanted to. Did you hear about that?
Well, I think maybe the thinking behind that is that, you know, differentiating based on what health care you need. So I think that's one of the criticisms of the Affordable Care Act is that it's one size fits all. It's very cookie cutter. It doesn't allow for differentials based on what you actually need. So if you're a man, why should you have to pay for pregnancy coverage and that sort of thing? And I think that Ben Carson's philosophy, or what he's trying to do, is to give more private sector control as much as we can see. And we've seen these vouchers work successfully in places like Indiana and Arkansas.
Go ahead, Jared.
Let me say, I think the Republicans, and perhaps Carrie as well, have a little bit of a problem here when it comes to the Affordable Care Act. I know that they all don't like it and they want to repeal it, but in fact, it's now covering something like 17 million more people. It's helping to keep down the costs of health care growth, which is very important in a fiscal sense. So it's actually going to be harder and harder to run against it as it becomes more and more a part of the average person's kind of medical care.
Well, I think the average person is very disappointed with the Affordable Care Act. In its entire existence, there's never been more Americans that favor the Affordable Care Act than were opposed to it. So I think we're talking about, you know, repeal and replace versus reform, and I think that's what most conservatives are actually talking about, is reforming it as opposed to just wiping it out completely.
Yeah, no, look, in that sense, there may be some agreement because you can always take a complicated policy like that and make it better, but I'm not really hearing them talking about reform. I hear them uniformly talking about repealing it, and again, I think that's a very heavy lift.
It's still red meat, though, right?
Well, I would recommend reading a really great book by Phil Klein from the Washington Examiner. He actually looked at a whole spectrum of proposals from conservatives, swinging all the way from repealing to just reforming. So there's a whole different gradation. You can have sort of your buffet of what you want in terms of reforming. And I would recommend you read it, Jared.
We'll see where we're going.
Well, I would recommend you listen carefully tonight, and if we hear reform versus repeal, I'd be surprised.
All right, we'll be hearing a lot of R's. Jared Bernstein, Carrie Sheffield, thanks to you both. We appreciate it.